The number one reason why the stock market will continue to take off. Josh, are you saying you're not pessimistic? I'm always pessimistic. It's the nature of my beast, man. It's the nature of the beast. I'm pessimistic. But you got to look at numbers and say, that's interesting. So let's take a look at this. I'm reading the Kitces blog. Big fan of old Michael Kitces. I like Kitces, actually. I don't think he drinks, and he's got 3 kids, so I'm a big fan. So a sober guy with 3 kids. 10 charts for client conversations in Q4 2025. All right, so we're going to come down here. If I can get rid of that guy, hang tight. Now I'll put a link in the show notes. Most of these charts kind of just bore me. Bore me. That's kind of creepy. Stock market high, all-time highs. That's pretty interesting. This stock market earnings. That Magnificent Seven. Fed funds rate. You okay? You okay? Payroll gains, inflation measures, consumer sentiment. Now this is interesting. Very interesting. So look at consumer sentiment. We are in the trash, dude. We are. You okay, puppy? What's going on over there? We are the Huntsville trash pandas. That's where we are. Expectations. Yikes. We haven't been this low since 2012. What? 2008 and 9. What? 1990. What? 1980. What? Consumer sentiment here hasn't been this low ever, other than 1980. Current conditions hasn't been this low ever. What do you see in that, my friends? The average sentiment is 84.3. Right now, the sentiment is 55.1. So what happened after 2009? What happened after 2012? Zoops. What happened after 1990? You remember what 1990 was, don't you? The Great War. The insane kill, the Iraq War. Zoops. What happened in 1982? You guys remember? This is 1982 right there, no doubt. Zoops. What happened here? 1990. Well, actually, right here, 2000. Zoops, but it's already too late. It's already priced into. Look at that. After the crash, zoops. This is probably September 11th right there. This is in 2007 and 8, right before the great market crash. Zoops. Consumer sentiment always reacts after the fact. It's kind of like a recession. We're always late on recession because recession is the last 2 quarters, or the last 2 quarters negative GDP. If that's true, then it's a recession. You don't know if you're in a recession until you're always hindsight. Anyway, so you can see when consumer sentiment is that low, what typically happens? The market just takes off. This is, where's the COVID? Right there. Shoops. That's something to think about. I mean, I don't know what the market's going to do. I mean, I do look at this right here, the price earnings right here. You can see the price right here. This is the left index is the price right there. So S&P 500, 6,500 earnings right here. Right. S&P 500 earnings per share, $250 per share, and right now it's at 6,500. So we say 6,500 divided by 250. That's a 26 PE, and we come back to 19. I don't even know what this is right here. Let's go right here. 1,000. This is the S&P 500, 1,000 earnings per share at 50. That's a 20%, 20 price earnings ratio. So it's 26 high. Yeah, that doesn't seem that dramatic to me, though. Frankly, it doesn't. What was in 19 and 2000? Let's go to 2000. Oh, I guess we were just looking at 2000. Oh, 2000 is right here. That's a S&P 500 is at 15. Yeah, 1527 earnings per share at 53. 1527 divided by 53 is at 28.8. All right. I mean, are we actually there? I don't think so. Here we got earnings per share 93. The price is 1565. That's at 16.8. So, I mean, we're high, but are we at record highs? No, we know we're not at record highs because look, stock market all-time highs every year. So in 2025, we've had 28 all-time highs. In 2024, we had 57. In 2022, we had 1. In 2021, we had 70 all-time highs. We always have all-time highs. That's the issue, man. All-time highs always. Look, we had all-time highs back here in 1995. 77 all-time highs. Oh, the market's too pricey. And look where the S&P 500 was then, and look where it is now. And that's without dividends reinvested. Let's just look at right here. Federal debt to GDP, that doesn't bother me at all. We've been dealing with this for years and years and years in terms of deficits adding to the debt, and yet we're never going to pay off the debt, and here we are. In fact, I think, as a matter of fact, the 10-year Treasury, the last I checked, was like at 4.01. 4.01. Let's take a look. The 10-year Treasury is 4.119. That's the yield on the 10-year Treasury. Way off. I mean, look, dudes, look at this. Look at over the last year, the yield on the 10-year Treasury is right here. Don't tread on me, right there, and it was there a year ago. I mean, just that's with all the excess debt. I mean, just it's not. Well, I mean, you can say all day long that we have to have higher interest rates because of debt. We just don't, dude. I don't know what to say on that. We don't. Bond market volatility. Look at 2022. I'll get that one. I'm not sure what's going on here. Global financial. I'm not sure what's going on there. But gold in the stock market. Yeah, what's the price of gold now? Like 3,500 or something like that. Gold is up 421% since when? Since 2010. I don't think that's true. Is that gold up 421%? Yeah, I guess it is. That's what it says. Was that 2010? I'm not sure what year that is. The S&P 500 is up 506%. So that's 2007. There you go, 2007. Yeah, well, that's why diversification. Anyway, there you go. Love your thoughts. Smash that like button. We'll see you.